Hello, everyone. I am so excited. I have the fabulous Christine Werner with me today. We really do hope that you're having a great week so far and that you do have something nice planned for the weekend. The lovely Lima is actually behind the Altenew badge today, so whatever product we do use, she'll be popping that straight up on the screen. Remember, if you are watching this on the Altenew channel and you do share, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. So, hi there, Christina.
Hello. Hello. My head is huge. Sorry, guys. My camera's like, whew, zoomed in.
Yes, so we are so excited to have you here and be celebrating our 10th anniversary. So me and Christina were actually chatting before and we are like, oh, we need to go on. So we are going to keep chatting
It's my fault.
and crafting through this. But
It's
yes,
my fault. We were just
we like chatting, but we're good. So please let us know if you do have any questions for the fabulous, I was going to say famous, but she is fabulous and famous, Christina, and we will add those into the stream. I will probably ask some really random questions as usual. So if you do have some serious ones, let us know those as well. So again, it is the fabulous L behind this badge, popping in all of the links, and we are really so happy to see you all here. Thank you so much for joining us. So, Christina, do you remember your kind of first look at Altenew?
like most of us. I think my introduction to Altenew was through Jennifer McGuire. She was obsessed with all the flower stamps and everything. And I think my very first card or anything I did with anything Altenew was with a peony stamp set. I could probably look it up and find it. Let me find it on my phone. I watercolor with it, and I think I used watercolor markers. And to this day, I think it's one of my most viewed videos. So, you chat, I'm gonna find the picture and then I'll show everyone because I still think the stamp set's being sold. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm imagining it's the one that's like on a stem.
No, it's like a bunch of peonies. I may have stamped them all together, or maybe
Or
they
is
were all
it
together.
Beautiful Day? That
Maybe. That
Beautiful
does
Day
sound
was
familiar.
like, yeah, it was a biggie. So yeah, we are so excited to have the fabulous Christina here. She is going to be doing a little bit of watercoloring, and I'm going to be doing some random stamping, letterpressing, and foiling. So I do want you to all concentrate on Christina's because hers is going to be so much better than mine, but I'm just going to fill in the gaps. Have you
Okay,
found it?
this was from 2016. Let me switch my overhead and then I can show you. We'll zoom in on here. That's that one.
Peony Bouquet.
Is that what it is? Okay, let me
Mhm.
scroll down. Yeah, Peony Bouquet stamp set. There we go. That's what it was. Sorry, I wish I could show it better on screen, but
it looks great.
I'm like, get closer, get closer. There we go.
Yeah, I think it's been a
Every time with
while
the
since
glare.
we like properly colored things in. So
Uh-huh.
that's why I'm really excited that the set that you've chosen makes you color. So
It does.
yeah, because we've got to the point where we're kind of cheating a little bit with the layering stencils and you don't really have to put much effort into coloring and it makes it look stunning. But I love the fact that you're going to be adding some of your own kind of flair
Yeah.
into
We're gonna
that.
play. We're gonna play today.
All right, are we ready? Okay, so we are going to flip our screens down so you can take a look and see what we're doing. I don't think you want to be looking at our faces all the way through, but you are going to be able to see what we are going to be doing. So the fabulous Christina is using the paint and stamp flowers. Now, this is a new kind of concept that we have. And what it does is it guides you a little bit to grab out your watercolor paints and create something rather than just stamp and color it. So we really do hope that you do enjoy this one. All right, then, Christina.
Quick question. I found a link to the video. Someone wanted a link. I'm going to paste it in our private chat here. I don't know how to add it over to the Altenew channel.
will.
I can add it. I can add it to my channel.
I got it.
So people can see it. You got it?
Yeah. Done it. All right. So I'm going to
There.
pop mine down
Perfect.
as well. So we're going to have a little bit going on, but we can swap and change.
At least I think that's the right link. I hope it is. I pasted it from my phone. Now I want to like double check it. Is it really? Okay, it is. It is the right one. I had to double check. I'm like, oh no. Okay.
Yeah, we
All
both
right.
answered it, so we're good.
So, like Lydia said, I'm going to use the paint and stamp flower stamp set. But first, I wanted to show you how I set up my watercolor palette because I just changed it up last night when I was preparing for this today. So this is one of the Altenew metal tins. They're really, really good for all your watercolors. I believe they are sold. You can get a tin like this when you get like the 14 set of metallic watercolors, or you can get an empty one. And I happen to have an empty one, and it normally comes with, where is it? It comes with like this little insert on the inside where you can put all of your paints. I took that out because there was not enough room for everything that I wanted to include. So I took that out, and then I put all of my half pans in there. So Altenew has the tube watercolors, and I believe they now have, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 18 of them now. And then there were 3 spots right here that were empty. So then I pulled my 3 most used colors from the metallic set and put them in. And these are just in the tin, and I put foam tape underneath them to make them stick and not rattle around. So I haven't used it in this setup yet, but I'm really hoping that it's amazing because I'm going to have all the colors I need plus some special ones that I use quite often. So those are the paints I'm using today for all my painting.
They are so cool, and I love that opera lemon. It's so vibrant, but
Oh my word, it's neon.
Yeah, but when you mix it with other colors, it kind of makes them so special and a little bit different than what you would normally have. We do have a question, Christina. This is from Sue. She says, "Do you have the woodless watercolor pencils? And if you do, how often do you use them?"
You know what? I don't think that I do.
You
I am very picky when it comes to watercolor pencils. I've yet to really find watercolor pencils that I love more than just regular watercolors. So I don't know. I'm very, very picky. That's probably why I don't have them, because I'm like, I don't know if I'd use them.
Yeah,
You know, but like you have to find what you love.
Yeah, and you get used to what you're using, right? And then sometimes using the watercolor pencils can be more difficult than what you've already got used to. So that may be why.
Totally. For
So
sure.
before Christina starts, I'm just going to give you a quick heads up of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be using the Baroque Elegance. I'm going to be using it with my press plate, and then I'm also going to use my Glimmer, and I'm going to hot foil it. So I'm going to shut up while Christina's talking, but you can still see what I'm doing on the side.
Awesome. We were talking earlier that foiling is one of those beautiful, fickle creatures. Sometimes foiling treats us well, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But we still love her. She's a temperamental friend.
We were laughing because every time we foil when we're live, we actually hold our breath just to make sure that everything's going perfect. I do have to say with these press plates as well, I find that it's easier to kind of rub the ink over rather than dab. I don't know why, but I find that it doesn't go in the bits as easily. So if you're having trouble with that, that might be a way that you can kind of get around that.
Good to know. My blue masking tape has disappeared. Oh, just kidding. I found it. It was hiding. It's very, very small right now. There's not much left on it.
Oh, no.
Don't you worry. I have like 5 million extras.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you tried the Altenew one yet?
What color is it?
Send you out some purple tape.
Is it purple?
Yeah.
Does it look like this? Is this it?
I think ours is a bit lighter than that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. don't think I've tried it.
Okay. All right. So let's see if I've missed any.
Oh, Tracy says, what shade of Altenew blue would you turn when holding your breath for foiling?
I would probably go sapphire, to be honest.
Right? I would just go
Yeah.
purple because I'm so pale.
BB wants to says that she loves your nail polish color.
Oh, thank you. It is, let's see, the base color was Dazzle Dry Palm Springs. And then I did some, like the pattern over the top is just an old Conad nail stamping polish. And I used a Maniology plate to do the texture on it.
It looks
But
so cool.
yeah. Well, thank you. Yes. So crafting and nail polish, those are my things.
Yeah, I'm not great with nails, so I just go and get mine done.
Oh, good for you.
But me and my daughter go together, so it's, you know,
Bonding.
yeah, it's a little bit of a time to ourselves.
And then also, like, if you find a good nail technician that you love, you know, sometimes that's hard to find. So stick with it.
Yeah, we love Jess. So
I'm a perfectionist. I think I've only had one, like I used to have my acrylic nails done years and years and years ago. But then I was like, no, I only want to do polish, just regular polish. And so I stopped doing the acrylics and I went for one single manicure and it was awful. And I swore never again. I was like, I'm a perfectionist. I could do this better. It was terrible. I even shared a picture of it on Facebook and people were like, what? You paid for that? And I said, yeah. And I tipped too. Like, I don't even understand what happened. It was terrible.
Oh no.
But you know what though? You live and you learn.
I mean, I'd be able to do one hand, but the other one, it would look as though I probably tried to do it with my mouth because I'm not great.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not ambidextrous in any way, shape, or form, so I'm okay with that.
For sure. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the stamp set for a minute.
Yeah.
So I better put a background on it again. Okay, so if you notice, this stamp set is missing a whole lot of stuff. It doesn't have the shape of the flowers or the leaves. Like these kind of just look like twigs down here, right? It's on purpose so that you can sort of like you could turn any little painted blobs into flowers. And that is what I'm going to do today. I'm not even going to try to paint them into specific flower shapes. I'm just going to play and like see what happens. If it does have a flower shape, so be it. If it doesn't, I'm just going to add these on. I think they're whimsical enough that I can get away with it.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see what you do with this. And I bet
so I'm going to
too.
Yeah, so I'm just going to play and see what happens. I feel like I need to like where can I put my paint so you can see what I'm doing? My swatch chart that goes in my paint palette is going to come in clutch for this because I just barely set up this palette, so I don't remember what the colors are in each one. So I'm just going to place that right there. And I love quinacridone magenta. Oh, so beautiful. So I think I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start with some quinacridone magenta, and I feel like I should just do this so you can see what I'm mixing up first. So one of my favorite watercolor things to do is to take two colors on my brush at the same time, and then you can get some really cool effects. So I'm taking quinacridone violet as well. That is blue. That is not violet. Oh, I picked the wrong one. See? New swatch chart.
New palette.
Yeah, here we go. I'm like, wow, purple looks blue today. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. There's purple. There we go. And I just went into the blue again. Oh my gosh.
It'll be good. But yeah, I love those colors. I did struggle with saying those names at the start, but I got to it after I Googled it a couple of times.
Yeah, quinacridone's an
Yeah.
interesting one. Okay, going back in for purple. Okay, there we go. That's what purple's supposed to look like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of load up my brush with the magenta a lot, and then I'm just going to dip the tip of my brush into that purple.
Mhm.
And then when I come over here to paint, I could go like this and spread it out so I can get almost like a little leafy shape.
That's so pretty. It's
And then
like
you,
a tube one stroke painting.
yeah, going to add a little more purple to the tip of my brush. And then you can start to get like really blobby flower type shapes.
They do look very pretty though. And you can see that it's going to be a flower.
Yeah. So basically, sorry, I'm trying to rotate this. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm putting the purple just on the tip of my brush. And then when I go to paint down, I'm really pressing the center area of the brush. I'm pressing that into the paper so that it forces the bristles of the brush to splay out. So let
Yeah,
me see if I can.
so I believe what Christina has done is she has added the watercolor from the tube into a little half pan and then let that dry. It will reactivate with water.
Yes. And that's how I prefer to use like tube watercolors, because I find that I can almost let the colors be a little too heavy. They're a little too saturated if I take them straight out of the tube. So it's really just personal preference, but that's what I like to do. So I like to put them out in a palette, let them dry, and then pick them up.
We have a question of what kind
Mhm.
of brush you are using. Do you have a favorite one?
I'm currently using the Altenew watercolor brush. This is the size 3. I think it's just a round brush.
Oh, yes.
Size 3. I think you can buy these in a set, and this is the number 3 that's in the set.
Yeah, I love the bigger ones. I don't know why. I just find that they're, I don't know, more fun to play with rather than the
Uh-huh.
small ones. Okay, let's hold our breath. Okay.
All right, did the foil work? Let's see. Oh, it looks gorgeous.
I mean, I'm missing a couple of little spots, but I still think it looks pretty. And there are ways to get around that, right? I'm not going to use
Well,
the
it looks
whole
like,
sheet.
yeah, it looks like maybe it's just the center area. So you could just have whatever you're going to put on your card cover that center area.
Yeah, definitely. I have a big sentiment to go on, so I think we're good. But I think just using a little bit of a shim next time, maybe adding a piece of paper before I add these on, will help it run through a little bit better. But if you're having trouble with that, guys, we all do. Okay.
All right, so I'm using that opera yellow you were just talking about.
So cool.
Ooh, it kind of got orangey.
Yeah, what color did you use with the opera yellow?
Quinacridone magenta. Interesting.
It looks
I thought it would
marvelous.
retain more of the pink, but it really didn't. Oh, there we go. There's the pink coming through. By the way, I'm using the Altenew cold pressed watercolor paper.
Oh, this has got such a beautiful texture. Is this the one that comes in the new little packet?
Yeah.
Or is it a sheet? Yeah, it's so cool.
All right, so these are definitely flowery shapes, but I wanted to show some like blobs. So I'm going to do not so flowery shapes next. I'm going to do like maybe just like circles or something.
Yeah, like rosy kind of blobs.
Yeah, or just like super kind of modern looking. I think I could do that with a lot of things. Okay. And I'm going to make this super colorful. So we're just going to do some more.
It reminds me of the TV show that the dog he does mysteries. Those
What
flowers
show
look
is
bad.
that?
I don't, You know the dog? He solves mysteries with his mystery gang. No?
That might be a UK show. I have no clue.
I don't think Scooby Doo is a UK show.
Oh, Scooby Doo. Okay. I was thinking, I wasn't thinking something that was that far back, and it was like a cartoon. I'm
No,
like,
I think they
what?
were
I thought it was like an actual dog.
Yeah, I do bring up some really random things, but yeah, like we had a Scooby Doo. Someone guessed Scooby Doo.
See, they knew exactly what you were talking about.
Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of blend into this one, I think, with the same colors that I used for this one, which is the Seashore collection. And I'm just gonna bring in my little sticky mat.
So I did Opera Lemon, and then I brought in some French Ultramarine. I'm just getting a blob. That's what I'm going for. I'm just going for a blob. You know what color I really love? Dark cyan. It is one of my favorites.
Yes. That yellow on that looks as though it's glowing.
I know. It looks like it's glowing here too. I can't believe how bright that opera yellow is.
It's so
I'm going to bring in that opera yellow onto the dark cyan, kind of mix them a little bit. So pretty. The first thing when you said the show with the dog, I was thinking Bluey. Do you watch Bluey?
No.
Okay, if you have Disney Plus, I think you can watch it.
Oh, okay.
It is so delightful. It is the cutest show. I think it's actually like it was intended for like small children,
All
but
right. Okay.
all the parents of small children are getting into it, and it's actually really entertaining for like adults. And in the latest episode of Bluey, I don't want to say a ton because I don't want to give anything away, but it's their most recent episode, and people were posting their reactions to it online because
Okay.
it was such a touching, emotional episode. If anyone in the chat has watched the latest Bluey episode called The Sign, it is so good. I cried. I totally cried.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah,
But-
I'm gonna have to take a look. But yeah,
oh yeah,
I think
it's
a lot of kids shows are really good. Like there was shows that my like daughter would watch and my son would watch, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, we can watch this. Let's all get down and watch this one. But yeah. People are loving the blobs.
oh good. I'm keeping them pretty kind of free form. I'm just adding on some leaf shapes. Oh, Carrie says my grandson loves Bluey. Yes, Bluey. We love Bluey. It's like this, it's an Australian TV show, and
Oh,
it is
okay.
just delightful. It is so cute. They have all these side characters that all the adults are really into online, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this character, I guess, I mean, I've missed a whole bunch of episodes at the middle. I've only seen like the beginning of the series, and now I've seen like the very last, most recent episode. But apparently, there was this one character who they don't outright say it, but they allude to the fact that she wanted to be a mother and she wasn't able to be. And then in the most recent episode, you see that same dog and she's pregnant, and you're like, oh my gosh. And you're like all emotional because you realize that she's achieving her dream of becoming a mom. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. So it's just so good. Let's see
I'm
here.
loving those flowers. They look like they've dried really quickly as well.
They're getting there. I mean, you can see that. I'm going to tip it in the light. You can see they're kind of wet in some spots, but I love that purple up there. That's looking so good. I think I might want to maybe even do a blue to red and see what color purple it makes.
So what is your favorite color? What do you like working with the most?
Probably for the last 6 months or so, I have just had this love affair with everything purple. I don't understand it. It came out of nowhere. I mean, I've never had an aversion to purple. Some people really do not like purple. I have never had an issue with purple. I've always loved it, but for some reason, I've been loving it even more.
Yeah, I think I'm one of them. I don't tend to use a lot of purple. So,
Oh, you got
yeah.
to just do it. I think purple's got to be like a really popular color right now because I'm seeing it everywhere. Either that or I'm just so used to it and I just want to use all of it all the time, which probably is more the case.
I I love this color, obviously, and yellow.
Oh,
Yellow
I
all
see it
day.
together. So good.
Yeah. It's just such a happy color. It makes you smile. You see yellow.
Ooh, that leaf little petal turned
Ooh.
out pretty.
I love the pokey bits on them.
Yeah. This brush is particularly nice. It has a very round body to it, but a very sharp point, which is great for like very pointy flowers like this.
Someone's saying that they're not to go off topic, but they just had some bluebirds in their bird bath, and she's really excited.
Nice. We had
Yeah.
this bird on our railing outside, and I had to stop and take video of it. And then I sent it to my mom. My mom lives with us. She retired almost 10 years ago, and she's lived with me ever since.
Mhm.
And anyway, she has like a window in her bedroom, and she's constantly looking out the window and watching birds. And so I'm like, oh, maybe she knows what this bird is. So I sent a message to her and I was like, what is this bird? She's like, I have no idea. And I had to Google it. Turns out it was what was it? A collared dove.
Oh.
Collared, I have to look this up. Hold on. I don't want to lie to you. It was a, well, for one thing, here's the bird. That's the bird.
Oh, okay.
And then if you, on an iPhone, if you swipe up, it then tells you what you're looking at. So it is a Eurasian collared dove. Isn't that crazy? It
It
like
is
tells you what it is. It's like
that
AI
is
or something.
that's pretty clever.
So then you tap on Eurasian collared dove and then it gives you more pictures of more like of that animal or species. You can do the same thing with plants. I'm like, wow, I'm learning so much about nature just because of my phone.
It's it's scarily clever how, clever it is now. Because
For
normally,
sure.
like when I was in school, they'd be telling you, right, you can't spell something, go and get a dictionary, and you're like, well, if I can't spell it, how am I supposed to find it in the dictionary? But you don't even need to worry about that now. It just auto corrects. It's like it reads your
I
mind.
know. You like start typing it and then it's like, did you mean? And you're like, yes, I did mean that.
Thank you. So, my new thing was the Baroque Elegance. I really don't think I'm saying that correctly, but that's how I say it. And then I actually grabbed, I have not used these for ages, so I thought it would be fun to grab out the Capsfold Alpha and also the numbers. It has been
Yeah.
such a while since and these were everywhere at one point. I was using these on everything, and I just kind of forgot about them until today. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to use those today.
Go for it.
So I have a H, a B, and a 2 and a U. So I'm going to do HB to U because obviously it's
Happy
Altania's birthday.
birthday.
Yes.
I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, what does it mean? Something like, I don't even know.
That's the
Have a blast to you.
yeah,
I
it
don't
could
know.
do, but it's also the sharpness, not the sharpness, but the hardness of a pencil, right? But that wouldn't be a card that you would
That
send.
is very true.
Yeah, love a HB. All right.
All right. I'm going to grab more of that opera rose and then dip into the green and then do leaves. I think that could be really fun. So let's do that. I'm realizing that I might have made my flowers and leaves a little bit too big for the stamps. So we'll try it out. This is definitely an experiment just to see what works. Sometimes you just have to do that. Like it's not for a card, it's not for anything in particular. You're just testing things out.
I do think that they're so pretty though. And I think that you're going to be able to get something to work.
I hope so. I'm just playing. We'll see. I really do want to do more like just like circular weird blobbies here in a minute. So I think I'm going to stop with this and then I'm going to get out a new sheet of paper and I really am going to do like little blobbies because I
That
saw
looks
something on
so
Instagram the other
cool.
day and I was like, they weren't even actual flowers. They were just circles. And then the way they were all gathered together, they looked like a flower. It was really
It
cool.
looks so cool though.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
going to
the
mute
kind
myself
of
so I can
movement.
set this. You just talk. I'm going to mute myself so people don't have to hear me with my loud heat tool.
Yeah, no worries. So Roxy asked, have you ever written something so wrong that even spell check has no suggestions? Yes. Yes, I have. My husband laughs at me all the time because I am terrible at spelling. I have an English degree and I can't spell. So my husband finds that really funny. But, you know, apparently you didn't need to spell to get an English degree. All right. Yeah, so someone said it's almost like my phone knows what I'm looking at before I do. Yeah, sometimes that does seem the case. It's like, oh, you were thinking about this the other day. Here you go. So, just to recap, I have used the Baroque Elegance press plate. I used it firstly to do some letter pressing with the Lagoon ink, and then I used some hot foil to foil it. So I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. And I am going to be covering up this little space that we have. So in fact, I'm going to be using these ones on this, and I am kind of gutting it. So it used to be called gutting when you got rid of the piece of cardstock underneath the panel that you were adding to kind of stretch the supply. All right, you okay, Christina?
Yep, I'm going to try stamping some of these images in the center of the flowers. Okay, stop it. That's too cute.
You look so
It's
cute.
so cute. I like it. It just takes it up a little whimsical notch. Alrighty. Where'd my stamp go? There we go. I'm just going to clean off my little stamp. And I'm going to try a few of these other images in the center of my flowers. Let's see here. What other ones do I want to do?
That does look so cute.
Thank you. I think it's going to be really, really cute. They look like little tropical flowers now.
They definitely do. I think the colors really help with it as well to give that tropical feel. That yellow.
Yeah, they're so bright. All right, let's see if these leaves are going to work out. Oh, I think they'll be fine. I thought they were going to be too big, but I think they're going to be great. You could also like stamp first and then watercolor over the top. I think that could definitely work as well.
Definitely. That leaf.
So cute. You know what would be really pretty if you did gold embossing over the flowers?
That would be very, very cool. Or even you could draw your own doodles in if you wanted to. If the stamp, you didn't feel it was quite right, you could definitely grab a little pen.
Yeah, take the style of the stamp sets just as inspiration and then do your own.
Yeah,
I love that idea.
I can't believe how different that looks with the little lines on it.
Right? I mean, it's kind of blowing my mind. It's kind of crazy. I'm sort of thinking for my next little try at this where I want some more blobby things, I'm going to go ahead and just stamp everything first and then come in and add color. I think that could be an interesting experiment.
I think that looks so cool. And I love that. The yellow just really does it for me.
Oh, yeah. All right. So then for those little blobs up there at the top, I'm just going to, because then it just looks like a big puffy flower. I love it.
It kind of looks like a poppy head.
Yeah. Totally.
I love how people can see different things in things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's your eyes see it in your own perspective. So I love the fact that everyone's going to be able to see different things.
Okay. The more you think about it, I think it'd be difficult to stamp first and then paint. I think you could do it like one at a time, but I think it'd be hard to know like
How
how
big
much
you were going to
space.
go.
Yeah. All right. Let's paint some actual blobs and see what happens. All right. So this is the watercolor paper I'm using. The Artistry by Altenew. It's the loose sheets 5x7. I do like the hot pressed as well. It has a nice smooth texture.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty.
It's nice
Great
to
for
have
no line
both.
coloring. What was that?
It's definitely nice to have both so you can choose how you're feeling that day.
Oh, yeah. And I do it by whatever I'm going to be painting. Like if I'm going to be doing no line watercoloring, I might use something more smooth because then you can really define those lines better.
That's a good idea.
All right. I'm just painting down my board.
Please let us know if
you those popped out.
Sorry, Christina, go on.
I was just complimenting your card. I love what those letters popped out. It's gonna be so cute.
Thank you. Please let us know if you have any questions, either for me or Christina. We are excited to see if you do have any questions, and we are here to answer them. So I was gonna pop the foiling one on the letterpress, but now I'm not so sure.
All right, here we go. Operation Watercolor Blobs.
This is gonna be so. I'm just gonna be watching you because I'm intrigued as well. Tracy's watercoloring with you.
Awesome. Ooh,
And
could be
Sue-
great. Sue says green
Oh
globs.
yeah.
That could be great. Okay, I'm trying to think. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and open up my Instagram inspiration, and then you can see exactly what I'm going for.
Oh, okay.
So, one of my favorite Instagram watercoloring artists is Colors by Sue. All right, do you see this? I'm going to try to get up really close. She did just like, sorry, it's showing really, it's glaring on my.
Yeah, we can see it a little bit. It looks like tiny gumballs, right?
Kind of, but then she's like drawn in stems.
Yeah.
Let's see, hold on. I feel like I really do want you to see it. So I'm going to make my screen really dark. There you go. Now you can see it.
That is so pretty.
Yeah, I just thought it was so whimsical. So that's kind of the look I'm going to go for. But of course, my flowers will have little centers to them that I'm going to stamp.
Okay.
So that's
It's nice to see where you get your inspirations from as well. And and when you get your inspiration, it doesn't need to be exactly like the inspiration that you do. That you can, make it your own and go off on a tangent. So
for sure.
yeah. They kind of do. They kind of match. Thank you, Elle. She said, yeah, that my nails match my card. Yeah, I do have a theme running.
Wow, that opera yellow just, I mean, it looks nuclear.
I love it so much.
My colors are bleeding into each other. That's okay. I'm just going to let it do its thing.
And that's the fun part about watercolor, right? You can't tell it what to do. It's got its own mind.
There's some lack of control that you just have to,
Yeah.
you have to learn to love.
I
Just
do feel
adding
like,
on.
oh, sorry. I'm feeling like
As I
I
said,
need a little bit of gold on these ones. So I'm just going to grab a gel pen.
totally. That'll be really cute. I'm just adding little purple bits. Some of them kind of have like 3 circles combined to create a little flower. So I'm going to do that.
It looks so cute.
I hope so. I love Colors by Sue. I've actually bought a few of her paintings. She does cat paintings a lot, just cute little whimsical kitties. And I'm like, stop it. I have to have all the cats.
I'm excited to see what it looks like because at the minute it is looking gumball-y.
Right?
Yeah.
Most definitely has that vibe. Ooh, I'm going to go into one of the new colors. I have no idea what it stands for, but SV Orange. I have no idea what that stands
Yeah.
for, but it's a nice
No.
orange.
I think it's I don't know. I don't have that knowledge either. So it could be anything. Super vibrant orange, maybe.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
Right, some
Tracy,
of these.
yes, I could have Zentangled, but I'm actually just going around the images a little bit, around the outlines, just to add a little bit of gold.
Scrappy cat. Cats? Did someone say cats? I sure did.
We have some fun videos where there's some cats on show too on the Alta New channel with the fabulous Amy. Her cats get into it all the time.
Love that.
So I take it you have a cat then, Christina?
I've got 2 of them.
Yeah?
And they are delightful. They are 15 and 17 years old. You'd never know it because they're teeny tiny.
Oh.
And they're so cute. I love them so much.
Do they craft with you in your craft room? Just watch you?
They'll wander through and meow at me. But that's about the extent.
Yeah, we have a dog. And she doesn't normally, because if I'm in here, that means the beds upstairs are free. So she's like, yeah, well,
priorities.
Yeah, she likes to be comfortable.
Priorities. Oh, Laurie has 2 15-year-old boy kitties. Love it. Yep, we're changing up their food again because one of them has IBD, which is not pleasant, and I can tell her tummy just hurts all the time. That makes me so sad. So we're changing it up again, hoping it helps her. We'll see.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah, I hope so. Because otherwise, she's a pretty content cat.
Aww.
Okay, let's see here. I feel like I need to add Maybe a little more yellow. I've switched to yellow lemon.
Oh, okay.
Not quite as nuclear. It's not so bright. So I think it kind of goes with the rest of the colors a bit more.
Yeah. I love that upper lemon, but I do think that it's great when you mix it with another color and it kind of, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it brightens up the other color too.
Yeah. And I don't think there's not a lot of places where you can get that kind of really bright yellow as well. So
Yeah,
just having something a little bit different is cool.
not unless you're using a highlighter and you're highlighting your,
Uh,
textbook.
yeah, when you're doing notes. Okay, so I added a little bit of gold, and I think that it's added a little something something. I think that's quite cute. All right. Yeah, debating on where they're going, but we're going to be okay. Wow, we are nearly 20 past.
Oh my word.
I know. How quick has that gone?
Yeah, I've got another meeting here in a few, so we have got to wrap this up. Okay, Christina, stop painting blobs. You're gonna
But
have to
that's so
start
pretty.
stamping.
Right, I am gonna stick these down. Actually, no, I'm gonna do what I was doing. So we're gonna be okay. We've got time. The gold pen, Teresa, was the Altenew one. The Altenew essential must-have gel pen, and they come in a pack of 3. You get the gold, you get the white, and you do get the silver, and it does work really, really well, especially, and as you can see, I wasn't on wet ink, and sometimes pens have a little bit of trouble when you're going onto something that's still quite wet. So you can see that it works on that. That is so cute. Are you going to add in some drawing lines now, or are you going to stamp them
Yeah,
all?
in the stamp that there are these little tiny dots. I thought those would be so cute in the centers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add those. And I'm going to grab a couple or a few acrylic blocks so I can have them mounted all at the same time. Because we're in a time crunch. Gotta make it work.
We got too excited. We got too chatty, too content.
Stop it. It is too cute with the little black centers.
They are so super good. I can imagine seeing all of these inspired by you and the Instagram post that you shared on these are going to be on Instagram tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of circle flowers.
So cute. I hope they all tag Colors by Sue because it's definitely Colors by Sue inspired. All right, I'm just going to stamp the centers of a few more of these that I definitely made look like flowers. Oh, they're so cute.
I love them. I feel like I might need to have a go tomorrow.
Yeah. And then the last thing that's on Sue's example, or her one that she shared, is that she put in some really skinny stems. So I'm going to do that.
You just need using a fine line pen.
Yeah, the one that I have on hand is just a Copic multi-liner. It's just a really thin one. Let's see here. Finding more that I need to stamp. There we go. I'm making them like really whimsical. So they're not like very straight lines for the stems. They're very
Yeah, you have to put in a little bit of work to wiggle.
Yeah.
Oops. because I cheated and I just added the panel over the little holes, I have stuck it to my work surface.
Oh
But
no.
but it goes to show that all I would need to do is just add that onto a card base. And instead of kind of wasting all of the decorative stuff that we have under this panel, you can use it on another card. So here we go. There are mine there.
So cute. And I love
Yeah,
that you kind of got like two cards that essentially are the same design, but they look a little different just because of how you put them together.
yeah. And even if I'd have gone like different colors on each of them, that would have maybe made it a bit more brighter. I could have gone yellow. I did make the yellow, but yeah. Yeah, so you anyone that has joined late to the party, don't worry. You will be able to see the replay on this on either the Altenew channel or also Christina's channel, because it will be there as well. Okay. I'm loving these little circles. They are so cute. Did she add in some green ones to be leaves?
You know what? She did, and I'm tempted to do the same just to add some greens because the ink and also the Copic is waterproof. So I totally could do that and it shouldn't be an issue. At least I think it's waterproof. I have no idea. Yep, waterproof.
I imagine it is.
So I'm going to mix up kind of a limey green and add a few onto the edges of the stems.
Are you going circle or are you going petal shape?
I think I'm going to do circle just because that's kind of the vibe. But I think just the fact that they'll be like right there will kind of allude to the fact that it's a leaf. At least I hope so.
You look so cute.
Kind of feel like I need to add a lot of leaves because there's like none right now.
Yeah, I really like that color. It is very vibrant.
Yeah. Just filling in some of the gaps with more of a leaf.
Love it. And
I
those
even
like
have
smaller ones, they do look like little buds.
Yeah. So some are looking a little intense. So I'm just picking it up with like a more thirsty brush. You basically just dry off your brush a little bit so that your brush will absorb some of the paint.
Oh, someone says that they look like buttons made into flowers, and they do.
That is such a good reference. Totally works.
Okay.
So cute. And then I guess I could like add one of these little greetings. I could put a little missing you friend. Oh, you can't even see the whole thing. Put a little like missing you friend like right up here or somewhere. That'd be really cute to finish it off.
Yeah, and you've really spent time yourself doing that, and that's your own, which makes it so special.
So cute. Okay, I'm going to zoom out more so I'm going to show both the first flowers I did and then these other ones. There we go.
I am
so
loving
very different looks.
Yeah, I love how tropical it looks.
It does look very tropical. Both of them do with those bright colors.
Yeah. So the size of the paper was 5 by 7.
Yes.
Okay, right. I'm going to move up so we can say thank you and do all things. All right. Okay. It has been so exciting. Thank you, Christy. I love your projects.
Thank you. That was fun.
Has my heart. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you to the fabulous Christina Werner. She has been fabulous. Thank you for joining me and for putting up with me for the last hour. We really do hope that everyone is having a great time for our 10th anniversary. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. It's bye from me.
Happy crafting.
And it's bye from Christina. We'll see you again soon. Bye.